Good afternoon. I am Jamie Evans and I am presenting a brief webinar on grief and how it affects caregivers. By caregivers, I mean the individuals who have to deal or take care of their loved ones who may be suffering from mental illness, suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia or a traumatic brain injury, anything that was life changing. Caregivers are very important, and most of the time, caregivers are vexed with having to take full responsibility for their family members, be it their spouse, their parents, maybe their siblings, or someone that they care deeply about, and they would like to provide the services for them in reference to them being put in a nursing home or care facility. I currently work with mental health, so I have saw this several times. Actually, have saw it recently with my great aunt who had dementia, and my cousins. Well, great aunt had one daughter and two sons, but of course, as women, it seems as if the daughters always try to provide the ultimate care. My aunt got to the place where she wouldn't listen. The sundown syndrome had got really bad, so she was acting up at night. By acting up, I mean maybe she wanted to clean up or pull everything out of the cabinets. It got to the point where she was trying to take the car keys and leave, saying things like she had to go to work or things of that nature. At one time, my cousin called and she was just so very upset because my great aunt had actually got the false plants around the house and had stuffed them in the toilet because she said she was cleaning up and she needed to throw all the trash away. So as a caregiver, it was very overwhelming for my cousin. I feel like that sometimes caregivers feel maybe some type of, not resentment, but they feel guilty about doing things for themselves or taking time for themselves. They feel like with every waking moment they need to be there to provide for the person that they're giving the care to, which is absolutely not true. As caregivers, they must understand that they do have to have self-time and take time out for themselves because they can experience burnout. And the symptoms of burnout are much like the symptoms of depression, anxiety. You can become angry and bitter with the person that you're caring for, but because you feel like your every awakened moment is on them. You also can distance yourself from other family members because it may get to the point that you feel as if, hey, I know I have all of this going on and everyone else knows what I'm dealing with and no one is trying to help me. I'm providing all of the care. So it's very, very important that as caregivers, they get the self-care that they need for themselves. Statistics say that there's 52 million informal and family caregivers provide care to someone aged 20 plus who is ill or disabled. Also, 34 million adults involved in caregiving to persons aged 50 or over. Caregivers take care of their person. This includes physical care, emotional support, and help with daily living activities. They may have to bathe them, feed them, clothe them, just completely take care of that person. And sometimes this is hard for that individual who is receiving the care as well as the caregiver who is giving the care, because we have to understand that that individual may not be used to someone having to take care of them or give them a bath. They may have been fully independent at one time, and now having to have someone to take care of them can be hard for them as well. Most family members, statistics say that most family members Caregivers are women, are women, spouses, and daughters who are unpaid. And they usually work 60 hours per week at home, 9 hours even after they have a career. And in my situation, in my family situation, my cousin was fully employed. My great aunt went to a day program, and after the day program, my cousin picked her up and she stayed with her at night because it had got to the point that she couldn't stay at home alone. And even though my cousin had two brothers, the boys just were not as, I don't want to say they didn't love their mom as much, but they were not as pressed to take care of her and make sure her needs were met as the doctor was. I personally think that, well, in the beginning, I really didn't understand that self-care could also be, or not having self-care could also result in grief. I didn't understand that grief could come from having to fully take care of your parents. But once you think about it, you know, you're used to seeing your parents or your siblings or whoever that loved one is take care of themselves, and now things have did a continued a 360, and now you're having to take care of them. You're having to alter your life and your living conditions to make sure that that loved one's needs are met at all times. So this can be very difficult and it can cause grief. Thank you.